Okay, it's been a couple of weeks since I did the last part of my video when I said I was going to polish the stock. What you didn't see on the video is what I did after I had stained the stock. I polished it using the two products I bought earlier, the wood balsam, the walnut oil and the liquid silk, etc. And it come up really good, but it didn't have a gloss. So I decided to go and buy a can of clear acrylic lacquer. I sprayed the lacquer on the gun, and initially the results were fantastic. It looked really, really nice. However, and I did say, didn't I, that I wasn't very good at DIY. What I shouldn't have done is polished the stock and then put the acrylic coat on, because all that did is it just made it impossible for the acrylic to adhere properly to the wood. The upshot was that within a couple of hours of it drying, the first time I took it out, all underneath here when I was resting it to shoot, the varnish came off. If I was to just do that with a fingernail, it would just, the varnish would peel off. So it really did look, it looked a mess. So back to square one, and I started the entire process again. Sanded it down, restained it, and for the last 2 days all I have done is polish the gun with alternating coats of the wood balm, walnut oil and the liquid silk spray that I got. Now, I'm not joking, I must have polished this stock 50 times. I haven't put the acrylic lacquer on. I've just come to accept that if I can't get it to have a really sort of glossy varnishy shine, then fair enough. I'm going to leave it as it is. It's difficult to see whether the light in here is doing it justice. I'm just going to turn the gun round. The bit I really like, it's here. You see that's really, this polish has really fetched the grain. The grain, is that right? The grain of the wood? Yeah, I think that's the right word. It's really fetched it out, and I'm very, very happy with it. Now, just to sort of demonstrate what I've been doing, is I've been using a cloth, and I've just been giving the basically then just gently pat it on. Now immediately it makes the wood look damp. Not rubbing it in with this cloth, just like so. And I'm just giving it a few seconds, and then with a clean cloth, basically a good old-fashioned bit of elbow grease. Like so. And then I've left it half an hour. I've then used some of this. I've left it half an hour. I've then used a little bit of pure walnut oil, and I've rubbed that on with my fingers, and that really does make the gun shine. Left it for half an hour again, wiped it off, gone back to using this, and I've repeated that process, as I say, quite literally 50 times. I've been doing this for 2 days now. However, I think you will agree that the results speak for themselves. I'm happier with it now without that varnish, without the acrylic varnish, than what I am when I had the varnish on. To touch, it's difficult to describe to you exactly how smooth that feels. It really is. Anyhow, so there you go. That was my mistake. I suspect that sanding the wood, dyeing the wood, and then applying the varnish. However, I don't think that would have nourished the wood. I don't think it would have looked as good. I don't think the grain would have looked as good, and it would possibly have been just perhaps a little bit too shiny. So there we go. Finally, I have my there's a Pulsar, by the way. That's the Pulsar N550 digital night vision scope. That's a seriously good bit of kit. I now have a restored stock. As I said last time, I reblued the barrel, etc. I've given the gun a good clean, and it is a heavy old beast, that. One thing I did do, I was having a bit of a clear out. I dropped a fire extinguisher, and it's put a little dent in the wood. I tried sanding, but it's probably 1/8 of an inch deep, so I'm just going to have to put that down to battle damage. But really, that's a minor blemish. I think you will agree with me that that does look very, very nice indeed. So there you go. That's the final part of my HW100 stock restoration video, and I hope it gives you the confidence to try this yourself. As I said, I was very dubious. I was very worried. I expected the stock to end up ruined, but a little bit of care, a little bit of preparation, and a little bit of a better understanding of things, and as you can see, there you go. So thank you for watching, and take care. Good night.